Yeah, great. Okay, so it's just going to be a little video which I'll talk you through. So this is Boost, which is the platform. It's an app which can be downloaded from Chromebooks onto Chromebooks and onto iPads and onto all mobile. This is Sasha. Sasha is at West Rylands School. Here's our teacher, Amy Wells. So what Boost is a personalized learning platform for primary and secondary pupils for maths and English and literacy. They take a picture of any problem that they don't understand. It reads handwriting using optical character recognition. So it uses the cameras on the devices in alignment with AI and trained teachers to provide empathetic breakdown of answers for pupils and to Socratically help them to go and understand the answer to a question. So they press new question at the bottom, and this is an example of a pupil who has answered the first question right, but then they've answered the first question anyway, and then the second question they have partially answered. So all they will do is put the device camera, the piece of paper, or the behind the camera, and then it will then frame it. It will read the handwriting, and you'll see there are 4 modes here. Check my work, solve step by step, solve together, and ask a similar question. Check my work, as it would suggest, goes and marks it, and it reads the handwriting. And then it will tell them if they've got it right and very clearly show them where they got it wrong, but in a very kind, empathetic way. Solve step by step is aligned to the curriculum for secondary and also for primary schools for maths and literacy. It shows the official steps to actually get to that answer, but curated by teachers from primary and secondary schools. Solve Together is a great piece of functionality which enables pupils to go and answer in steps, so that teachers can see the personalized learning journey of every pupil. Ask a similar question, as it would suggest, they go and ask a similar question at that level and at that topic within the curriculum, whether it be literacy or maths. So in this instance, it's confirmed that the pupil has answered the first one right. It's friendly, but without being gimmicky and kind of patronizing. We use it with our robot just to make it friendly. And then you'll see the second one. It hasn't said you've got it wrong. It's just said in a really friendly way, you haven't completed this. And it's then gone and closed the gaps for them to get to the right answer. Then what we also embed is the chat function, which we call Boost Bridge on the right. And this is a fantastic feature which allows a child or a student to basically interrogate anything they don't understand, and as if the teacher was in the room, to be able to go and have that individual conversation without the stigma of being the me too or pick me person. And then knowing and being reassured that a teacher can actually see any way in which a pupil is engaging with the platform. All this data is then continually crunched. So a teacher doesn't need to go through this. They know it's safe because it's only been trained on maths and English. They know it's in alignment with the curriculum. And all of this data folds into a teacher portal. And that teacher portal is real time. So it's creating a synopsis from a time perspective or based on a piece of work, and says, these are the gaps, these are the pupils who are struggling. How do we know that? We know that because of their responses and the prompts, and also the way in which they're engaging with the platform. It will then go and show very clearly who is working beyond, who is working at, and who actually needs that extra support, and who is on track. It then also, for English and maths, it splits up the whole of the English and maths curriculum, and then it says, where are all the questions being asked? You know, where do I, as a teacher, need to spend my time? It's evidence informed. That's come up a lot today. Then you'll see here the kind of questions. How are they engaging with the platform? Do we want pupils constantly pressing solve? Not a bad thing. It's not plagiarism because it's so visible, but we obviously at some stage want to stop that happening. We want pupils solving together. and being much more Socratic in the way they approach problem solving. You'll see here then that the teacher can also then go and have a look from an individual perspective as well, particularly important in terms of a parent being able to have real-time access to this. Imagine a parent being able to go from one parent evening to the next 4 months later, and they can just go and run a report and know that they're on the same page as their teacher. We have exciting plans this to be translated into over 20 world languages for parents that don't have English as a first language as well. So it's about communication. I'm just going to finish with this, that this shows the individual performance for those for a child within all components of the curriculum and their progress throughout the academic